Now that he's on here, I always start this with him straight in front of me. And I can use my body. A lot of dogs follow what we call body pressure. So if I move this way, he moves that way, only to kind of move away from me a little bit. Most dogs have body pressure, and I've literally never done this once before. I've never used my body to spin him. It's just what he does naturally, and most dogs do that. So I can use my body a little bit if I need to. However, I prefer to teach them through them trying to access the food out of my hand, that when I turn my hand, they follow it. And there's a number of reasons that I use it, but I'm not gonna go into that in this video. So here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put my food, my hand and the food, same place, same angle. I'm gonna put it right in front of his hand, and I'm gonna just, yes, over and over, yes, until, yes. He's sitting there driving it out of my hand on top of the touchpad. A lot of dogs, when they get on this, they might be a little bit inhibited, and so they're not gonna sit there and try to drive the food out of your hand, which I want. So right now, yes, that's all I'm gonna do. Once he's driving it like he is, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to turn my hand, yes. And just that little bit of turning is gonna get their head to turn. Now he already understands it, and he's actually really aware of his rear end. And so he actually turns really, really easy without me having to do almost anything. Yes. So he's a little bit of a cheater. Dogs like German Shepherds and different things, they're not gonna turn as easy. So you're gonna have to do more work. In fact, I worked with his brother last weekend in Colorado doing a seminar, and his brother had really bad rear end awareness. He's just a bigger, dopier dog a little bit, and so he didn't use his rear end as well as this pup does. So we have to work on that. So basically then, with his head, it's gonna sit there and turn a lot, and the more his head turns, I'm gonna reward that incrementally. So if he's straight on and I turn it a little bit, I'm gonna reward that. But the whole time I want him digging in, digging in, digging in. Then the more he turns his head, eventually it's gonna get to a point that his butt has to go with it. So, and there's another part of it that I can use. So if I put my leg like this and I turn my hand, I can use my body to push him, like I talked about with body pressure. So, but right now, I'm just gonna show you just getting him to turn. So a lot of people will make the puppy almost follow around the touchpad. I personally, I don't like that. I like to teach them to turn on a dime, basically on a dime here. So my hand actually doesn't go anywhere around. All I'm doing is pivoting my hand. So instead of going like this and getting him to almost spin around it, like this, almost like this here. So instead of getting him to do this on the touchpad, I'm actually getting him to do this. So his butt is actually moving, just following my hand. I'm not making him spin. So that's what I want.